Welcome to Daily Bible Benefits. Today is Friday, January 5th. On this day in 1933, construction begins on the Golden Gate Bridge as workers begin excavating 3.25 million cubic feet of dirt for the structure's huge anchors. Today on the podcast, I'll be talking about Paul before Felix at Caesarea, Acts chapter 24, verses 1 through 21. And after 5 days, Ananias the high priest descended with the elders, and with a certain orator named Tertullus, who informed the governor against Paul. And when he was called forth, Tertullus began to accuse him, saying, Seeing that by thee we enjoy great quietness, and that very worthy deeds are done unto this nation by thy providence, we accept it always in all places, most noble Felix, with all thankfulness, notwithstanding, that it be not further tedious unto thee. I pray thee that thou wouldest hear us of thy clemency a few words. We have found this man a pestilent feller, and a mover of sedition among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes, whom also hath gone about to profane the temple, whom we took and would have judged according to our law. But the chief captain, Lysias, came upon us, and with a great violence took him away out of our hands, commending his accusers to come unto thee, by examining of whom thyself mayest take knowledge of all these things, whereof we accuse him. And the Jews also asserted, saying that these things were so. Then Paul, after that the governor had beckoned unto him to speak, answered, Forasmuch as I know that thou hast been for many years a judge unto this nation, I do the more cheerfully answer for myself, because that thou mayest understand that there are yet but 12 days since I went up to Jerusalem for to worship, and there neither found me in the temple disputing with any man, neither raising up the people, neither in the synagogue nor in the city. Neither can they prove the things whereof they now accuse me. But this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call heresy, so worship I the God of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and the prophets, and have hope toward God, which they themselves also allow, that there shall be a resurrection of the dead, both of the just and the unjust. And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense toward God and toward men. Now after many years I came to bring alms to my nation, and offerings, whereupon certain Jews from Asia found me purified in the temple, neither with multitude nor with tumult, who ought to have been here before thee, and object, if they have aught against me. Or else let these same here say, if they have found any evil doing in me while I stood before the council, except it be for this one voice that I cried standing among them, touching the resurrection of the dead, I'm called in question by you this day. One man's folly. A rich man failed in business. He gathered up the fragments of his wrecked fortune and had in all a few $1,000s. He determined to go to the West and start anew. He took his money and purchased a motorhome, furnished it in the most luxurious style, and stocking it with provisions for his journey. In the sumptuous vehicle he traveled to his destination. At the length he stepped from the door of his motorhome, and only then thought for the first time of his great folly. He had used all his money in getting to his new home, and now had nothing with which to begin his life there. This incident illustrates the foolishness of those who think only of this life and make no provisions for eternity. Thank you for tuning in to Daily Bible Benefits. Have a good and godly day.